Karts are already out for our next race. This is the Junior Heavy C&D final. Small field, only 8 karts running the starter for this one. And on pole position will be Will Misson, who's dominated the meeting so far, winning all 3 heats in the run-up to the final. And he'll be starting in front of Jacob Graps in second place. Ashton Katak Pizzuti in third position. Adam Hendrickson, Mika Alanias, Jet Rendell, Chloe Henderson and Ethan Briggs rounding out our field in 8th position. So first time I've seen a lot of these names, so my apologies to anybody that I'm getting names pronounced badly. We were hoping to try and get somebody from the Oakleigh Kart Club, or somebody who knows a little bit more about these drivers and these categories than either Doc or I do. But unfortunately, no one was available that could fit into the time slot, the very tight time slot that we had. So we're sort of winging this at the moment, but it's a lot of fun, and hopefully I'm not mangling too many names and getting too much wrong. So, but please forgive us if we do. But they are coming around. They're formed up. We're getting ready for the start. Misson on pole, Graps in second place, and they're racing, and it's Misson who will lead them in for the first time. Bit of a touch there with Katak Pizzuti. I think it was the one who got pushed out on a little bit wide there. But as you can see, everybody jostling for position as they go through the complex for the first time. And somebody's been knocked back. I think that was Graps then, who got knocked back a long way. So it's Misson out in front, and then this battle for second position continues. So Misson will be absolutely delighted. Can just get out in front and pick his own line, run his own race. And he's already got a big lead over the rest of the field as they come over the start-finish line for the first time. There's our second place man at the moment. That's Ashton Katak Pizzuti. Kart number 63 is Henrickson. So he's battling it out there for position. So it was Graps who really lost out badly, starting from second position on the grid. And he was the one who got sort of forced out a little bit wide, and has now found himself a little bit back in the pack. There's our leader, Misson, from Ashton Katak Pizzuti. So they've just bolted, and then there's a long gap back to the first sort of real dice of the race, which I think is between Graps and Ethan Briggs. Hopefully we'll catch up on that a little bit later. Very, very hard to cover all these guys when you're not sort of connected. But as our leader, Will Misson, continues from Katak Pizzuti and Henrickson, we'll take a break now on In Pit Lane. You're watching the Focus on Furniture 2020 Top Guns final from the Oakleigh Kart Club. We'll be back with more racing from Deals Road in just a moment. Don't go away, we'll be right back. Welcome back to In Pit Lane. We're coming to you from the Deals Road circuit in Clayton, and it's the Oakleigh Go-Kart Racing Club's 2020 Focus on Furniture Junior Top Guns, and we're in the KA4 Heavy C&D final here on the program. And as they say in the classics, as the sun sets slowly in the west, we're starting to lose a bit of light here, and soon the lights will kick in. And we're watching at the moment Will Misson leading the field, came from pole position and has dominated this race from Ashton Katak Pizzuti. I'll get that right eventually. Adam Henrickson is in third place, and then we've got a battle for third place between Adam Henrickson and Ethan Briggs. And Briggs is coming right from the back of the pack, started at about 7th position, and he's stormed his way through and is now in contention for third. And there we can see Henrickson come through, and just behind him was Briggs. So Briggs is closing on him at a great rate of knots, but nobody is closing on Misson at the moment. He is absolutely in a class of his own, came from pole position, won the fight into the first turn, and from then on has never been under any real threat. Also coming back through the pack now is Jacob Graps He had some problems off the start, dropped right back to the rear of the grid, but is now making his way through the field as well. Probably far too far away to do any real challenging for a position. But once again, Briggs is getting a little bit closer to Henriksen now. And he's one of the fastest men on the track at the moment. Although so far our fastest lap has gone to Will Misson. There goes Kadak Pizzuti, and here's that battle between Henriksen and Briggs is now caught up even further from onto the tail of Henriksen, so they'll be getting together very soon, we hope. Apart from that, it's basically sort of, follow the leader around at the moment. Misson well out in front, and they're sliding around is Kadak Pizzuti. Great to learn car control in these karts, and if you want to get involved in karting, just contact the Oakleigh Go-Kart Racing Club. It's very, very easy to get to. It's not too far away from the Clayton railway station and the shopping centre down there. Great shopping in that area. Had discovered it myself recently while we were getting ready, preparing for this event, and there you can see that fight for third now. Henriksen and Briggs absolutely got right together now, about half a kart length. As you can see, Briggs catch right up on the tail of Henriksen. Henriksen in kart number 63, then goes Briggs behind him. And there's nothing between the two of them now, so Briggs has really caught up. As you can see, was about 5 kart lengths behind before. And there you can see the battle between Greps and I think that's Jet Rendell as well. I think we're seeing a passing manoeuvre there in the background. Let's have a look at the back of the field. There they go. And there's a bit of a touch there, and that looks like... he was in front briefly, but I think Henriksen has got in front again. Nobody's challenging this guy, though. Missing well in front. Then comes Kadak Pizzuti, and that battle for third continuing between Henriksen and Briggs. Let's see if we can see that battle for third coming through. Here comes our second place man. And if you look in the background, you can see the battle once again for third between Henriksen and Briggs. Henriksen continues to lead. Briggs about half a kart length behind him. And Will Misson has just set the fastest lap. The fastest lap of 45.253 seconds. That's an average speed of 66.347 kilometres per hour. And as you can see, this battle continuing for third place now. Briggs all over the back of Henriksen, looking for a way past. So this is about the only real competition we've got in the field at the moment, with Misson out in front and Kadak Pizzuti in a very comfortable second position. But there's nothing comfortable about the battle for the final podium position. Henriksen stretches out to about 1 kart length lead over Ethan Briggs. And now you can see there's nothing between the two of them. Briggs right on the tail now of Henriksen, and looks for a way around the outside of turn 1. There's been a few passes around here. It manages to keep on the track, but Henriksen gets the better of that battle and manages to stretch out the lead and hang on to third place once again. So we're running down on the laps here. So will there be time for Briggs to make another passing manoeuvre? Lead, you can see how far in front Will Misson is. He's a mile in the lead. Really has dominated this race and dominated all weekend. Won all 3 of the heats until getting into his final. So certainly a name to watch in the future. Lots of these names. It's amazing. You'll be hearing in many years' time, you'll be probably watching a supercar race or whatever replaces supercars, and you'll be hearing some of these names and go, now, Misson, where do I know that from? And at the moment, I think the battle for third might have been decided between Henriksen and Ethan Briggs, but we're going into the last lap now. So this has been a dominant performance by Will Misson. And he'll head on towards the checkered flag. But the question is, will we see a last minute pass by Briggs over Henriksen in the battle for third? We're staying with our leader at the moment. He goes through, and there you can see quite a distance in front of Ashton Kadak-Pizzuti in second place. And as he comes around the top end of the circuit for the last time, he'll head towards the checkered flag, and it waves for Will Misson. Leads by basically the length of the main straight from Ashton Kadak-Pizzuti. And now here's the battle for third place between Henriksen and Briggs, and Henriksen hangs on, only just. So a great drive from the tail of the field for Jason Briggs. Graps comes through. He's also recovered well to finish fifth. Then will come Jet Rendell, Mike Elanius, and rounding out our top 8 will be Chloe Henderson. Hey, that's all we've got time for this week on the program. We'll see you next week for more action from the Deals Road Clayton and the Focus on Furniture Top Gun Juniors for 2020. So until we see you next week, when hopefully Doc will join me again, from all of us here at In Pit Lane, it's bye for now.